Good afternoon, Chris. Thanks for taking the time to meet with me today.
No problem. I'm looking forward to seeing what de Havilland has to offer in regard to the Dash 8 400 turboprop airplane.
If I remember correctly, last time we spoke, you said you were quite the avid golfer, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Have you had the chance to play since then?
No, unfortunately not. My schedule's I'm just too busy. I haven't had enough time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, as I mentioned in our last meeting, I believe that the Haviland's Dash 8 400 turboprop would be the best product to meet all of Porter's needs. This is actually a model of the aircraft, but instead of that paint job, you can actually have whatever paint job that suits your needs on there.
Okay, that's great to know.
So one of the many benefits of choosing de Havilland over the opposition is that we have a 99.5 dispatch reliability rate, which means your aircraft will be able to fly for longer before needing its first repair or inspection.
That's something that we are very interested in.
Along with our best-in-class aircrafts, we also have top-of-line services and repairs, meaning that if your aircraft is due for an inspection or needs a repair, we will always be ready and willing to help.
Extra services are something that Porter is always looking for when we buy any product.
Are you familiar at all with de Havilland as a company?
No, could you enlighten me, please?
Absolutely. So, as you may already know, de Havilland is an Ontario-based company that has been building aircraft since 1920. And just like Porter Airlines, we're always looking for a more sustainable way to fly.
That is very true.
So, in order for me to be able to provide you with the correct information on how de Havilland is able to meet Porter's needs, I am going to need to ask you a few questions. Do you mind if I start off by doing so?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
So, as of right now, how long does it take for your current supplier to deliver the finished product?
Right now, it takes our current supplier around 1 to 2.5 years to deliver the product, depending on the size of the order.
So, what problems have you encountered with your current supplier?
Well, we've had some issues with late deliveries.
If your current supplier is delayed on a shipment, how will that affect productivity?
As it already takes quite a long time to receive our products and have them finished and delivered, having a delayed shipment would really negatively affect productivity, as it means we'd not be able to book as many flights.
So, would faster deliveries improve profit as well as productivity?
Yes, it would greatly improve our profit and productivity, as it would allow us to have more aircraft flying at once, which means we would be able to book more passengers per day.
So, at the Havilland, we have made the Dash 8 400 the most sustainable and eco friendly airplane in its class. Alongside that, we've also designed it to maximize profit and fuel efficiency.
Could you please expand on the last part you mentioned?
Absolutely. So, the Dash 8 has a maximum of 90 seats, which is more than any other aircraft in its class, and is an extremely easy to reconfigure the seats for any arrangement you would like. If you want, you also have the ability to take out the seats if you choose to carry cargo. And with the Haviland's 99.5% dispatch reliability rate, the Dash 8 will provide you with an extra 270 days before your first check.
That sounds really useful and is something that Porter is really interested in. But do you mind touching on what it makes the Dash 8 the most fuel efficient plane in its class?
Of course, so the Dash 8 has a short takeoff and landing capabilities, which means it takes less fuel to perform those actions. While in the air, the Dash 8 has the ability to fly slower to minimize fuel efficiency. In return, cuts trip costs in half when compared to other turboprops.
Wow, those features would really help us since Porter is always looking for a way to maximize profit and suppressing our carbon footprint.
And as for the price of the aircraft, it is 32.2 million. That includes all the standard features that we offer.
Okay, good to know.
Great. So what are your thoughts on the information that I've just shared?
All in all, I thought the info was clear, but I just had a few concerns about a couple of things you mentioned.
Of course, what were some of your concerns?
Would you be able to change things like example the seating arrangement after the purchase of the aircraft?
Of course, but after the purchase of the aircraft, if you decide you want to change your seating configuration or anything of that matter, it would be an additional cost.
That sounds reasonable.
Are you thinking that you would need more cargo space or more passenger space for your flights?
We would we would prefer to have more passenger space for our passengers.
Okay, so at the Havilland, we give you the option for different seating arrangements based on your needs. We have an option which provides more comfortable and luxurious experiences for the passengers, but at the cost of having less seats. On the other hand, our other option provides the maximum amount of seats, which is 90, but at the cost of comfort and luxury. Which option would you think would be best suited for your needs?
For Porter, preferably the second option because it will allow us to maximize our profit.
So is that configuration, would you like that for all the airplanes you choose to order?
No, we'd prefer that most planes have the configuration with 90 seats, but we'd like to also have at least one plane to have more comfortable and a luxurious seating plan.
No problem, we can make that happen.
Great.
Okay, so is there any other concerns that you have?
Yes, there are a few. I was wondering, would there be any price difference depending on if we choose to get add-on features or depending on how we choose to configure the seats?
Yeah, so the price that I previously mentioned is the flat rate of the aircraft.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, so does the price make sense to you now?
Yes, but I'm wondering how you came up with this price.
Yeah, so the price includes all the standard seats and the standard dash in the cockpit. But depending if you choose to have no seats or if you want to upgrade any features within the aircraft, there would be an additional charging cost.
Thanks for clarifying that with me.
No problem. Have I addressed all your concerns that you mentioned?
Yes, you did. Thanks for further explaining it.
No problem.
Okay, I think Porter is ready to continue with the next steps and discuss the payment process.
Do you think that paying the whole upfront cost would be better, or would you prefer to pay in increments as the aircraft gets completed?
Would it? We would rather pay in increments. Is that possible?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. So since you said Porter's trying to expand your fleet, do you think purchasing 3 aircrafts at this time would be suitable for you?
Yeah, I think 3 planes would be perfect.
So just to confirm, Porter Airlines would like to purchase 3-8-400 aircrafts equipped with all the standard benefits and equipment, correct?
Yes, that would be correct.
So would you like all the aircrafts to be delivered at the same time or at different dates?
At different dates, if that isn't a problem.
No, that's not a problem at all. I'll have my people write up some potential dates on the contract. How long between the delivery dates would be best for you?
Around a month or two, if that's possible.
Yeah, no problem. So again, just to confirm, Porter would like to purchase 3-8 aircrafts with all the standard equipment and benefits and would like them delivered around 1 or 2 months apart from each other, right?
Yeah, you got it.
So as each major component of the aircraft gets assembled, I will be emailing you saying that this part has been completed. And I'd actually like to invite you over to come down to our hangars and see the progress that is being made if you are comfortable with doing so.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
And after the entire aircraft gets completed, we always do a complimentary test flight to make sure that the client is happy with the finished product.
Sounds great. I'd really enjoy that.
So I'll email you to set up a future date, possibly in the new year. That way we can meet and sign the contract to make the down payment.
Sounds perfect.
Well, I'd like to thank you again for taking time to meet with me. And on behalf of de Havilland, I would like to thank you for doing business with us.
It was a pleasure talking to you and doing business with de Havilland. I believe this partnership will last for a very long time.
It was good talking to you as well. And I also see this partnership doing extremely well in the future.
Okay, bye.
Bye now.